Hi dear children, today we are going to discuss another one topic. It is nothing but potentiometer. So now by using this potentiometer we can able to compare the two EMF of the battery, a given battery. Okay. So now here this is nothing but the potentiometer apparatus, and here we have A and B. So both knob in meter bridge we have seen A is one side and B is the other side. Okay, the starting point and ending point in different side, but here starting point and ending point will be in the same side. So A and B, both terminal it comes in only one side. Okay, now in meter bridge we have only 1 meter length of wire, but here it has a 10 meter long magnesium wire. Okay, stretched, and it is moving in zigzag way. Okay, with the help of a copper strip it will be fixed on the wooden board. And like a meter bridge, here also they have fixed 1 meter scale on the top of this apparatus. Okay, so the whole arrangement will be made it on the wooden board. And here like a meter bridge, here also they have given jacky, and it gives the connection between the primary circuit and the secondary circuit. For the purpose they have, for the connection purpose they have given here. Okay, right. Next, we have to take a circuit in terms of two-way. One is the primary circuit and another one is the secondary circuit. So what is the primary circuit? It provides the power supply to the potentiometer, for which we need one battery. Okay, so the variable battery we have used, and another one is the key. Okay, to on and off switch. Okay, it is working as a on and off switch, and the third one is nothing but a rheostat. Okay, so what is the purpose of using this rheostat? To varying the current flowing through the circuit. Okay, so at the top we have, there is a knob. By adjusting this knob, okay, we can able to varying the flow of current in the circuit. So while connecting all this in the series between A and B in series connection, then it considered to be a primary circuit. So in secondary circuit, from A we have to take, there is a wire, and we have to give the connection to the top. So here this is nothing but DP DT switch. Okay, what is DP DT? DP is nothing but double pole. So here this is one pole and here is another one pole. So two pole. So double pole, double through key. Okay, double pole, double through key. So which means when the switch button is turned towards the top, then the battery which is connected at the top will be connected in the circuit. When the key is pressed down, then the down we have connected maybe another one cell, and that cell will be connected to the secondary circuit. Okay, so here we are going to verify, we are going to compare the EMF of Lagrange cell and the Daniell cell. So between these two, which one is effective? Okay, so one is the Lagrange cell and another one is the Daniell cell. And with respect to the Daniell cell, they have represented 1.08 volt. Okay, 1.08 volt, and here they have given 1.5 volt. So out of these two, which one is the effective one? So the Lagrange cell is the effective one, and that we are going to compare here. Okay, so the EMF of two battery we are going to compare here. Okay, and these two will be connected. At the top we will be connecting the Lagrange cell, at the bottom we will be connecting the Daniell cell, and we have taken, there is a wire from A, so that wire will be connected at the mid terminal. Okay, from other terminal we have to take another one wire, and that wire will be passes from galvanometer, high resistance and jacket. Okay, so all this will be given the series connection. After that we have to vary the current, and we have to try to calculate, try to find the mid position or the zero deflection which is shown by the galvanometer. That we can verify and make a table, and we can go for calculation. So next we are going to verify the derivations. This is the potentiometer instrument, and it consists of 10 meter long wire, and it is arranged in the zigzag manner with the help of a copper strip, and each wire it has a 1 meter length, and there is a 1 meter wooden scale will be fixed on the top of the potentiometer, and A and B both terms will be comes in one side. And these are the instrument we are using in this potentiometer. One is the Lagrange cell, then Daniell cell, galvanometer, battery, and DP-DT switch. So here DP-DT switch is nothing but double pole double through key. Next we are trying to calculate the potentiometer. Okay, so it is used to accurate measurement of potential difference, current and resistance. So by using this potentiometer we can able to calculate the potential difference, current and resistance in the given material. Okay, we can able to calculate by using this, we can able to calculate these three things. So E, which is equal to I or L, where I and R is a constant. I is nothing but current flowing through the wire, R is nothing but resistance per unit length of the wire. So when these two are constant, when we are removing the constant, we have to introduce the proportional symbol. So this equation will be modified like this: E is directly proportional to L. Okay, so when the balancing length is large, then E value also will be maximum, or it will be a large value. So here this is nothing but the circuit diagram for the potentiometer. So battery, key, and CD is nothing but the potentiometer, and E is nothing but battery. Okay, and galvanometer, high resistance, and jacky. So by using this we can able to analyze the potentiometer. Next, comparison of EMF of two cells with the potentiometer. By using this potentiometer, how can we compare the two EMF of the battery? So what are the two EMF of the battery? One is a Lagrange cell and another one is nothing but Daniell cell. As I said earlier, battery, key, rheostat, it is given the series connection between potentiometer, and from C we have taken a wire, and it is given in the midpoint of the DP-DT switch. The other side of the midpoint we have taken another wire, and it will be passes through galvanometer, high resistance, and jacky. Now there is top poles. We have two knob. Between the two knob we have connected the Lagrange cell. At the bottom we have connected the Daniell cell. Okay, so this is nothing but the circuit arrangement of the potentiometer. Now when the key is pressed towards battery 1 or the Lagrange cell, what will be the resultant value? So you will get E1, which is equal to I or L1. Similarly, when the key is pressed down, the Daniell cell is connected to the circuit. Now you will get E2, which is equal to I or L2. So this is the potential difference developed across Daniell cell. Now dividing equation 1 by 2. Now we have to divide equation 1 by 2. By dividing IR and IR will be get cancel. Then this equation will be rewritten like this: E1 divided by E2, which is equal to L1 divided by L2. And next we are going to discuss measurement of internal resistance of a cell by potentiometer. So how can we compare the two EMF of the battery? What is the formula for that? It is very simple: E1 divided by E2, which is equal to L1 divided by L2. Now we are going to calculate, or we are going to measure the internal resistance of the cell by a potentiometer. By using a potentiometer we can able to calculate the internal resistance of the cell. Okay, now there are two circuit. This is the primary circuit which is given the power supply to potentiometer, and this is a secondary circuit. Okay, and now we are trying to calculate the internal resistance of the battery. So this is that battery, and we are trying to calculate the internal resistance of the cell. Okay, for which here there are two key, K1 and K2. Now the K2 is open. K2 is open. When the K2 is open, what happens? There won't be any current is passes through across the resistor capital R. So the current will be passes through across C2 jacky, okay, through battery, okay, through battery. So the current will be passes along this direction. So there won't be any current is flowing through the resistor. and this balancing length will be denoted in terms of L1 and it will be denoted as Cj. Okay, and now this E, okay, this E is directly proportional to L1. This E is directly proportional to L1. So the length between Cj. Okay, and this is keep it as equation number 1. If suitable resistance is connected, now suitable capital R resistance is around 10 ohm, okay, or 10 kilo ohm or 10 ohm, like this, we can able to connect some values. Okay, so the suitable resistance is connected in the resistance box. K2 is closed. So earlier K2 is open. So initially K2 is open. Now K2 will be closed. R is the, and R, small r is nothing but the internal resistance of the cell. Small r will be internal resistance of the cell. So current passing through the cell, by using Ohm's law. What is that Ohm's law? E, which is equal to, okay, or V, which is equal to I into R. V is equal to I into R. That is the Ohm's law. So here instead of V they have given E. So E, which is equal to I into R. So what is the amount of current will be passes through across the cell? It is nothing but I. So I, which is equal to E divided by, what is the total resistance is involved here? Capital R plus small r. Small r is nothing but the battery resistance, and capital R which we have applied. Okay, by using this we can able to calculate what is the amount of current passing through the cell. And next, the potential difference across capital R is V, which is equal to I into R. Already we calculated I value, so that value we have to substitute here. E divided by R, capital R plus small r into R. Okay, and this is equation number 3. When this potential difference is balanced on the potentiometer wire, let L2 be the balancing length. So now what they are saying is, when this potential difference is balanced on the potentiometer, it produces a new balancing length, and that balancing length will be denoted in terms of L2. Now this value, okay, so E divided by R plus R into capital R is directly proportional to this balancing length, because it produces another potential difference. We are introducing the another potential difference, so due to that it produces another balancing length, and this will be denoted in terms of L2. Now substituting equation 1 in 4. So what is that first equation? ER. So instead of E is directly proportional to L1. So instead of this E, we have to substitute L1. So L1 R divided by R plus small r directly proportional to L2. Once again I repeat, L1 capital R divided by capital R plus small r directly proportional L2. Okay, now we have to rearrange this equation. So L1 divided by L2, which is equal to R plus small r divided by capital R, and when you are splitting these two function, r will be get cancelled, then you will get 1, and the second term will be rewritten like this, small r divided by capital R. Now this 1 we can bring it into the left hand side, then it become -1. Okay, like this you will get. Next, this capital R we can bring it into the left hand side. So when it is this R is bringing to the left hand side, you will get small r, which is equal to capital R L1 divided by L2 -1. So this value you will get. So what is the small r? Small r is nothing but internal resistance of a battery. Okay, so small r, which is equal to capital R L2 minus L1 minus L2 divided by L2. Once again I repeat, R, which is equal to capital R L1 minus L2 divided by L2. Here we have to substitute the values of R, L1, L2. By substituting all these values, we can able to calculate the value of small r, and the internal resistance of the cell is not a constant. Okay, so internal resistance of the cell is not a constant. The internal resistance increases with the increase of external resistance. The external resistance value is go on increasing, the internal resistance of the battery also will be go on increasing, connected across its terminals.
Thank you.